Last night, I got a ReCAPTCHA. There was something horribly wrong with it. Have you ever seen a photo ReCAPTCHA? Instead of a checkbox, it's a low-quality photo split into 16 sections. It'll say something like, "Select all squares with street signs." And you have to click every square that contains a street sign. At 11 p.m. on Sunday night, I got one while downloading free stock images. It was a photo of a path through the forest. Select all squares with people. Okay, that was easy enough. In the center, there was a jogging woman in pink shorts. She took up a few of the middle squares, and I clicked them all. I pressed verify, but it didn't work. Select all squares with people, the message said again. I took off my glasses, placed them on the table, and squinted at the image. No, she wasn't the only person. Several feet off the trail, at the very edge of the image, I could see it. It was the edge of an arm clad in a black sweatshirt with a pink thumb poking out. I triumphantly clicked the two squares containing it. Verify. The image blinked as it refreshed. Then the same text popped up, as if to taunt me. Select all squares with people. I rubbed my eyes and stared at the image. The trees cast low-resolution, blocky shadows across the path. The woman's ponytail swung to the left in mid-motion. Patches of yellow sunlight dappled the surrounding forest. I studied some of the darker shadows from the path, but none of them matched the silhouette of a person. I glanced to the edge of the image. No. Somehow, the image had changed. The arm at the edge of the photo was now further in the frame. It was taking up 3 squares now instead of 2. Bulky shoulders and dark jeans followed it. And the jogger was just slightly further down the path, as if she had just taken a step. The touchpad was slick under my fingers. I don't know why, but my heart was pounding in my chest. Slowly, I dragged the cursor over the 3 squares and clicked them all. Verify. The image blinked. Select all squares with people. I leapt back from the computer. The image was different again. This time the man was further in the frame. He was taking up 5 squares now. Also, his hand was stretched out towards the jogger. It was just inches from her shoulder. And the jogger, she was turned towards him, and her eyes were wide now. Her mouth, which was once closed, is now open in a silent scream. Click, click, click. I furiously clicked all the squares. Verify. The page seemed to be loading now, as if I had finally passed the ReCAPTCHA. But then, select all squares with people. The picture had reappeared, and it was different again. The man's face was fully in the frame now. The hood of his sweatshirt was pulled tightly over his head. He must have been wearing some sort of translucent Halloween mask. It was poking out from underneath the hood, and it was pressed tightly against his features. His hand was latched onto her arm, and she was screaming for what I could only assume was help. Click, click, click. Verify. Finally, the image disappeared. I had actually passed the ReCAPTCHA this time. I'd reported what I'd seen to the police. Of course, at first they thought I was crazy, but as I gave a detailed description of the images, their expressions quickly changed, and they frantically began taking notes and questioning me. It turns out that the woman that I saw in those images perfectly matched the description of a local woman named Kaylee Johnson. She went missing a week ago during an afternoon jog on the wooded Lakewood Trail. She was never found.